surely you have established yourself a great career path over the years, and given where you are right now, the Group Country Manager of Greater China for Visa, so, can you share with us the early days of your career and how have you arrived at where you are?
If I look at my early days, most people think, well, surely you're the Greater China GM, so you're probably very career-oriented. But if I think my early days, I did not think about the long term, where I'm going to be or not that. What I was really focused on is what I can learn, right? So my early days, it was programmer, and I was looking for all the exciting projects or the projects that I've never done before. Going to different places, doing different things, working with clients, and doing something that other people could not do and that I could finish. That really gave me a lot of excitement, and especially working with team members, right? Working late at night, but doing something that we have never done before and able to accomplish. That gave a sense of camaraderie with the teams as well. So I think that's something that I really enjoy.
So, along your many years of experience, you have had the chance to lead and mentor young individuals. I was just wondering, what was the most inspiring quality that you've seen in the younger workforce today?
A great example would be a year ago, I attended a Xindongfang, which is New Orientals forum. There's about 1,000 students there, and all millennials. And I was watching them on the stage talking about their stories, and I'm very impressed with the spirit and the can-do attitude, and not afraid of trying new things, and not afraid of even failures. And if I fail, and I think when you're young, if you make a mistake, you're young enough and make a rebound. So it's the willingness to try new things is something that really inspires me.
As a working millennial like myself, we are often very eager to achieve great fulfillment in our careers, and sometimes we put pressure on ourselves to do that within a short period of time. So is there any advice you would give to professionals who are early in their career?
There's Chinese will always say, when you get to the top of the mountain, it doesn't have to be a linear way. Sometimes you will make some detours. Sometimes you may need to take a step back to go up, right? So when I share this story, it's important that you don't always think about, well, my next job or my next role, where can I do to get ahead? There are times that you just gotta take the roles that you learn new skills, and it will actually prepare you more to advance even further. And that's something that I'll probably want to share with the young folks.
So I also know that you speak several languages, including Korean and Mandarin. So 真的很令人敬佩，能说多种语言。
谢谢。
What do you feel is the most rewarding thing working for a global company that is so diverse and dynamic?
I think just because of my unique background, I'm a Chinese, but was born in Korea. And then in my early days, when I was 13 years old, I went to US, stayed in US, high school, college, and then I got my first job in US. And then 20 years later, I came back to Asia again. So my background certainly is the reason why I learned all these different languages. But as I go to different places, and Visa, right, having 200 countries in practice, really gives you the opportunity to go different places, learn new culture, work with different people, and the diversity that we have, right? And one thing that I've learned very early on is that people may come with different background. They may not always behave or say the same thing, but does not mean that they don't have something to say.
So in the same thread, looking at women all across the world, including ourselves in Asia, we face challenges of different kinds. What do you think would be the biggest challenge for the generation of women after you, and how can we prepare ourselves for that?
Yes. I always say to my son, right, I think in my era, when I graduated from college, I just have to look for a job. And for him, he has to create a job, right? And when I say that, I think the innovation and the creativity, there's just such a demand for that in this era. In the old days, if you do a good job, maybe good enough. But now, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Even in our working environment, you constantly need to think about the dynamics of the market, understand what's coming, and also the disruptions that we have, and in a much, much faster way. In a much, much faster way.
So many years of experience, and in your recent years, what was one advice that you think it's the best and most useful for you?
I think I'll say have confidence and trust yourself, and believe that you have the qualities to do the role. I think a lot of women, we always joke, right? So when we are offered a new role, a typical woman's response will say, am I qualified for the role, right? We always think about, can we do a good job? And I'll say, make sure that we have the confidence and know that when the job is offered to you, that means there's a recognition and there's a trust with you that you could do the role. And have confidence, go out and try different things, learn different things, and you'll be much better off. And so grab every opportunity that comes.
Thank you so much, Shirley.